So, this is the base of your heart up here. The apex is down at the bottom. I know that goes against what we're usually taught with the base being at the bottom, but for the heart, the base is at the top, apex is at the bottom. Pericardial sac, you won't see it here, but if you notice when we had the cats out, there's an actual sac that encloses the heart. That's the pericardial sac. Okay. So epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. Epicardium, it lines the outside of the heart. You can kind of see it tearing away right here. Myocardium is the actual muscle of the heart, which is all this brown stuff right here. This is all myocardium, heart muscle. And then the smooth lining that lines the actual ventricles and atriums themselves, that would be endocardium. Okay. So now I'll show you left atria, right ventricle, and the valves associated with them. Does anybody know which one of these two would be the left or right ventricle?
The right's on the, that's the left.
Is the left? How would you know that other than by the side that they're on?
It's bigger?
It's bigger. The left ventricle is much bigger than the right ventricle. That's because blood leaves the left ventricle and gets pumped to the rest of the body, so it has to be bigger. So left ventricle, right ventricle, left ventricle, right ventricle. You can see the atrium better on this one, but the atrium here, so would be up here, would be your right atrium, and your left atrium would be up here. You can see it much better down here. So left ventricle, right here would be your left atrium. And right here would be your right atrium. Okay, so it's just the cavities that sit above your right ventricle and left ventricle. Okay, you can see it much better when it's cut fully. Your tricuspid and bicuspid valve. What's the bicuspid? That's called mitral. I said that. Anyways, your bicuspid valve goes from your left atrium to your left ventricle. Your tricuspid is from your right atrium to your right ventricle. Does anybody know the purpose of the valve? What their job is for? What they do? No? They're just to prevent backflow. So as blood flows from the right atrium to the right ventricle, it cannot flow back into your right atrium. It has to keep moving forward, basically. So that's the purpose of it. You can see then, so this right here would be your right ventricle. So this would be your tricuspid valve. Right ventricle. Let's see if I can find a better one here. It's kind of torn, but tricuspid valve. Your bicuspid would be right here. This right here. Alright. That's your bicuspid valve. And you can also see that right here. And the valves are kind of hard because they typically get torn, but here's a good one. They're anchored by the chordae tendineae. Tendineae, I guess I should say. Chordae tendineae. At the base of the chordae tendineae, like right here, that's the papillary muscle. Alright, so if you have a pin right there in the myocardium, but it's at the base of the chordae tendineae, then it'd be papillary muscle. And I'll try and put it close to the actual chordae tendineae. Right here would be your aorta. So blood will flow into your left ventricle and go out through your aorta. This is a good aortic valve. Here we go. So this is the aortic semilunar valve. Flow up and out the aorta. You can really see how big the aorta is right here. Here's your aorta here, and then here's your aorta here. So blood will flow out, and you can see my finger right there. All right, so that's your aorta with your aortic valve right here. All right, and also say it's right here. inside. I thought I forgot something for the inside. Coronary sinus. Coronary sinus is that's shown right here. Coronary sinus is just a small channel. It's a little over 2 centimeters in humans. It goes from small channel from your right atrium to your right ventricle. So if this is your right atrium right here, just this little channel right here would be your coronary sinus. All right. And I think that's it for the inside. Oh no, I'm sorry. The interventricular septum. That's this right here. It's just the myocardium moving right down the center of the heart that separates the two ventricles. Alright. So if I pin it here, something here, right here, that's all myocardium. But as soon as I put that pin in the middle, it's the interventricular septum. So, this is the front of the heart. You know it's the front of the heart because of the pulmonary trunk right here. Pulmonary trunk kind of shoots across in a horizontal angle rather than vertical like the rest of the veins and arteries. This is your aorta right here. It's the biggest one, always pretty easy to see. You have your, there's an auricle right here, but I don't think you guys need to know that. So pulmonary trunk, aorta. My 2 fingers are sitting right now, those are pulmonary veins. And then if you turn the heart around to the back, right here, you also have it right here. My 2 fingers are touching. This is the superior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava. All right. So all the ones you have to know. Aorta, superior, pulmonary trunk, pulmonary veins. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it, guys. And the interventricular groove would just be the groove on the outside. Pretty simple.